Hi everyone, it's Nadia from YARNutopia. Today we're making number 254 granny square of our 365 days of granny squares. This one is so fabulous. I actually ended it early. This is supposed to be a 12-inch square designed by Sadie, and this one is actually called Grumpy Granddad. Silly name for it, but it is a lot of fun to make, and it's not really, it was a little challenging, but who's up for a challenge today? I definitely am, and it was so beautiful. It turned out so fabulous. I'm using 8 colors today, 8 different colors, and in this pattern, this is just a worsted weight yarn. It's just little scraps that I have just lying around in my scrap basket today, so you don't need a whole lot of yarn. I know that ball wave over there is like really big yarn, but you don't need that much yarn actually for this project. In this pattern today, we're using a lot of single crochets and half double crochets, but like I said, this square is actually for a 12-inch granny square, so I really highly encourage you to go on to rounds 9 through 16 and make yours bigger. But I just ended on round 8 today, so we're doing half of the pattern. But it is a really fun pattern and a lot of color changes, so make sure you're checking out the link in the description of this video to Sadie's written pattern. It's very well written and I really enjoyed this pattern today, so make sure you check that out. Also, check out the other links in the description of this video, link to the blog, link to the Facebook, link to the Instagram, all that good stuff. Share your photos, hashtag 365 days of granny squares and hashtag YARNutopia so I can see your work on Instagram. And you can Snapchat me. I'm YARNutopia on Snapchat, so make sure you follow me there and snap me a photo or a video or what's on your hook today or whatever. Also, in this tutorial today, I'm going to teach you with an H-size hook, which is 5 millimeters. So make sure you have that handy, as well as a yarn needle and a scissor, because we'll be cutting our yarn and sewing in our ends, and these tools just come in handy when we change color every single round today. You don't have to change color as often as me. I do show you how to go on to the next round without changing color, but you can change color as often as me if you would like. I'd like to see what colors you come up with today. This is such a fabulous square. It's very simple. So let's get started. One last thing, I have to say a big thank you to my dad, Fuad, Azmat, for taking the time to make this video with us. He is our videographer, editor, and photographer for all of our videos. So make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit that eye in the corner of this video, up here in the corner, upper right corner. There should be an eye that pops up if you touch the video and everything. You'll be able to see that and support YARNutopia so we can keep bringing you fantastic crochet tutorials. So now we can get started and make number 254 granny square. Alright, let's start out with a slip knot. So put your short end over your long end, fold this down and pull that through and pull tight. Insert your hook into that loop and we can start. So let's start off by chaining 4. So yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 3 and 4. And now we're going to come all the way to the first chain way over here and make a slip stitch to form a ring. So go into that first chain, then yarn over and pull through the loop on your hook, just like that. So now we've created a ring. If you know how to start with the magic ring, you can start that way as well, but I'm just going to go right into round 1. We're going to chain up 2, so yarn over and pull through 1 and 2, and that's going to count as our first half double crochet of this round. So now we are going to put a half double crochet into the ring, so yarn over, go into the ring, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on your hook. Just like that. That's a half double crochet. Now we need to chain 2, so yarn over, pull through 1 and 2, and we're going to put 2 more half double crochets into this ring here. So yarn over, go into the ring, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on your hook. And again, yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. Then we're going to chain 2, 1 and 2, and then put 2 more half double crochets into the ring. So 1 and 2. And again, we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and we need to put 2 more half double crochets into the ring. So yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. So that's 1 and 2. Then to finish this round, we're going to chain 2 and slip stitch to our beginning chain up 2 here. 1, 2, right at the top. Just insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, and pull through. And there's round number 1. You can already see the square shape, which is really nice. So now, going on to round 2, if you are not changing color, just slip stitch back into this chain space. So kind of go like this with your hook, go back into that chain space, and then slip stitch, and then chain up 2 and go on to the next round with me. But I'm actually going to just chain 1 here and cut this yarn because I'm going to change color. So I'm going to pull that all the way through and pull it tight. And if you're changing color, you can start in any chain 2 space. So I'm just going to go right into this one, grab a different color here, and then hook that on my hook and pull that through. Now this next round is as simple as the first one. We're going to chain up 2, 1, 2, so that counts as our first half double crochet of this round, and we're going to put another half double crochet in there. So yarn over, go back into that chain 2 space, yarn over and pull through, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on your hook. Then we're going to, let's see here, hop to the next chain 2 space right here and put 2 half double crochets in there. So 1, whoopsie, gotta get that yarn tightened up here, yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. And again, so we are putting 2 half double crochets in that chain 2 space. Then we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and put 2 more half double crochets into this chain 2 space for the corner, just like that. So it's kind of like a traditional granny square, except we're using half double crochets this time. Then we're going to hop to the next chain 2 space and put 2 half double crochet, 1 and 2, and then chain 2, 1, 2, and 2 more half double crochets in there, 1 and 2. Okay, then hop to the next and just repeat. So put 2 half double crochet, chain 2, and 2 half double crochet into the same chain 2 space. Then to finish this round, we only have 2 half double crochets, or what it looks like 2 half double crochets in our first corner, so we still have to put 2 half double crochets in that beginning corner. So 1 and 2. And then to finish this round, we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and slip stitch to the beginning chain up 2 here. 1, 2, right in here, just go in, yarn over and pull through the loop on your hook. Awesome, round 2 is complete. Now, if you're not changing color, do what I showed you in the last round and slip stitch back into this chain 2 corner space, and then chain up 1 and go on to round 3 with me. But I'm actually going to chain 1 here and cut this yarn and pull it all the way through and pull it tight because I'm going to change color. If you're changing color, you want to start in any chain 2 corner space. So I'm just going to go right in here, grab my next color. Alright, so once you have your new color, you're just going to go into the corner like that, hook it on your hook and pull it through, and then chain up 1. So yarn over and pull through. Alright, now we're going to put a single crochet into the same corner, so go in, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Then we're going to chain 2, 1 and 2, and we're going to put another single crochet into that same corner. So go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Now we're going to single crochet into the very next stitch right here. In my case, it's my chain up 2, so I'm going to go into this next stitch right next to the corner. Yours may be hidden behind a stitch, so you might need to scoot some stitches over to see this first stitch, but we're just going to put a single crochet in there, just like that. Then we're going to chain 2, so yarn over and pull through, 1 and 2, and then we're going to single crochet into the next 2 stitches. So this very next stitch right here, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. And the next stitch, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Then we're going to chain 2, 1 and 2, and single crochet into this last stitch right here. So go in, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Then in the corner, we're going to be putting a single crochet, chain 2, and a single crochet in the corner. Okay, and then we're just going to repeat what we did here. So single crochet in this very next stitch right here. Okay, then chain 2, 1, 2, single crochet in the next 2 stitches, 1 and 2, okay, and then chain 2, 1, 2, and then single crochet in the last stitch right here. Okay, it may look like this is a stitch, but this is actually our chain 2, our first part of our chain 2 here. This is first chain, this is second chain. So this is actually our chain 2 corner space. And we're going to actually put a single crochet in there and then chain 2 and put another single crochet in that corner. Just like that. And then we're just going to repeat. So if you need to follow along with the written pattern or just rewind this to see what I did on these first 2 sides in this corner here. Otherwise, I'm going to finish off this round and I will meet you up for round 4. Alright, when you're finished with this round, I'm just chaining 2 and single crocheting in the very last stitch on this side. And then I'm going to slip stitch to the first single crochet of this round. So not this little chain of 1 here, you can't really even see it, but actually into the single crochet, go in, then yarn over, pull through, and pull through. Now if you're not changing color, slip stitch into this corner, chain 2 space, and then, let's see, for round 4, chain up 2, and go on to round 4 with me. But I'm going to chain up 1 right here and cut this yarn, pull it all the way through and pull tight. If you're changing color, start in a corner, chain 2 space, so right here, I'm just going to go in, and I'm going to pick up a different yarn. So I'm going to hook that on my hook and pull that through, and then chain up 2. Okay, now for round 4 we are going to put a half double crochet into this corner. So yarn over, go into the corner, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on your hook. Then we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and put 2 more half double crochets into that corner. So very similar to round 2, how we had 2 half double crochet, chain 2, and 2 half double crochet in the corners, just like that. Now we're going to skip over these 2 single crochets and we're going to work in the chain 2 spaces here, and we're going to put 2 half double crochets in each chain 2 space on the side. So yarn over, hop into this chain 2 space on the side, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. And again, another half double crochet. So 2 half double crochets in there, hop to the next chain 2 space here and put 2 half double crochets in there. And then hop to the corner, chain 2 space here, and put your corner in there. So that's 2 half double crochet, then chain 2, and 2 half double crochet. 1 and 2, just like that. And then just repeat what we did on this side. Very simple round here, to this side and each side around. So we're going to be putting 2 half double crochets in each of the chain 2 spaces on the side, and then in the corners we're putting 2 half double crochet, chain 2, and 2 half double crochets. And that's it. So I'll meet you up at the end of this round. We'll go on to round 5 together. When you're finished with this round, be sure to just slip stitch to the beginning chain up 2 right here. So just go into the top of it with your hook, just like that. Then yarn over and pull through the loop on your hook. And if you're not changing color for this next round, just slip stitch into this next stitch and into the corner space, and then chain up 1 and go on to round 5 with me. But I'm going to chain 1 here and cut my yarn and pull it all the way through and pull tight. I'm going to start in any corner if you're changing color. So I'm just going to start in this corner here and pick up a new yarn, hook that on my hook and pull that through, and then chain up 1. Now in this same corner we are going to put a single crochet, so go in, yarn over, pull through, and yarn over and pull through 2 loops for a single crochet. Then we're going to chain 2, 1 and 2, and we're going to put a single crochet back into that same corner. So go back in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through 2 loops. Okay, so it's single crochet, chain 2, and single crochet. Okay, kind of like how we did it for round 3. Now we are going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. We're going to skip this half double crochet right here. You can see the stitch right there. We're going to skip it, and we're going to half double crochet into the next 7 stitches. So yarn over, go into this next stitch, okay, so not this one. We're going to go into this next one here. And we're going to yarn over and pull through, and then yarn over and pull through 3 loops on the hook, just like that. So that's 1, next stitch is 2, next is 3, this is 4, 5, 6, and 7. Then we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and in the corners we're going to put a single crochet, then chain 2, and a single crochet back into there. And now we're just going to repeat what we did. So chain 3, 1, 2, 3, yarn over, skip this next stitch right here, and then half double crochet into the next 7 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, then we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then in the corner we're putting a single crochet, chain 2, and a single crochet. So just repeat that all the way around, and then I'll meet you up for round 6. When you finish this round, make sure to chain your 3 and then slip stitch to the beginning single crochet in this first corner here. So not this little chain of 1, which you can't really see, but actually into the single crochet, go in, yarn over, pull through, and pull through. All right, now if you are not changing color, slip stitch into this chain 2 corner space and then chain up 3 and go on to round 6 with me. But I'm going to chain 1 here and cut this yarn, pull it all the way through and pull it tight. I am going to insert my hook into this chain 2 corner space. So if you're changing color, you can start in any chain 2 corner. And I'm going to pick up a new yarn, hook that on the hook and pull it through. Okay, changing color a lot today. And then I'm going to spin this around here. There we go. Chain up 3. So yarn over. Oh my goodness. There we go. Yarn over, pull through. 1. Yarn over, pull through. 2 and 3. And that's going to count as our first double crochet of this round. So now we're working with double crochets. And in the same corner, we're going to put a double crochet. So yarn over, go in to the chain 2 space, yarn over and pull through. Yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull through those last 2 loops. So that's a double crochet. Then we need to chain 2, so yarn over, pull through 1 and 2, and in the same corner we're going to put 2 more double crochets. So yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2, and again another double crochet in there. So our corners are 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochet, because that chain of 3 counts as a stitch. Now we're going to chain 2, 1 and 2, and in this chain 3 space we're going to put a single crochet. So just go into the chain 3, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops, just like that. Then we're going to single crochet into the next 7 stitches. So this stitch right here, it's actually up on here. It looks like it's part of the chain 3, but it's not. So make sure you go into that stitch and single crochet. So yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. So that's 1. Next stitch is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Then we need to single crochet into the chain 3 space. So go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Then we need to chain 2, 1 and 2, hop into the chain 2 corner space for our corner. We're going to put 2 double crochet. So 1, yarn over, go back in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So that's 2, then chain 2, and then put 2 more double crochet into that corner. 1 and 2. then we're going to just repeat what we did on this side for in this corner for this side and each corner around. So chain 2, single crochet in the chain 3 space and in the next 7 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and single crochet in this chain 3 space, then chain 2, and then make your corner in the next corner. So just do that all the way around, and then I'll meet you up for the next round, round 7. Okay, when you're finishing this round, make sure to single crochet in that last chain space and then chain 2 and slip stitch to the beginning chain up 3 of this round. 1, 2, 3, right in here. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, and through. And now if you're not changing color and going on to the next round, just slip stitch into this next stitch and into this corner chain 2 space and chain up 1 and go on to round 7 with me. But I'm going to chain 1 here and cut this yarn. I'm going to change color again. So I'm going to pull that through and pull it tight. If you're changing color, you want to start in any corner chain 2 space between your double crochets here. So I'm just going to go right in here, pick up a new yarn and hook that on my hook. If I can, get it on there. Okay, and then pull it through. Okay, and then chain up 1. So yarn over and pull through. 1, there we go. And in the same corner, we're going to do it like we did for round, what was it, round 3? And round 5 there, right? We were half double crochet, or I'm sorry, single crocheting. So we're gonna go on to round 7, just put a single crochet in here, then chain 2, and then a single crochet. Okay, just like that. Then we're going to chain 2, 1 and 2, and we're going to skip over these double crochets here. We're going to work into this chain 3 space from round 5. This is round 5, this is round 6. We're going to work behind round 6. So I'm going to fold this forward, and we're going to work into this chain 3 space from round 5. And we're going to put 2 single crochets in there. So go in, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through 2. And again, go back in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay? Then you can kind of fold that back up, and that's behind there. Then, in this next 2 stitches here, we're going to put a back post single crochet on each one of those. So back post single crochet, we're going to go into this chain 2 space, around this single crochet, so right before this next single crochet, and you might need to stretch out your work just a little bit to kind of get into that space between them. Okay, just like that. Then yarn over and pull it through all the way, just like that. So now you have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Okay, then we're going to go around this one here, so we're going to go into this side of it. Let me see if I can get in there. It's going to be a little tricky because these are single crochets, so it's a little tighter. There we go. On this side of it, around this stitch, to this side of it. There, oh my goodness, these are difficult. There we go. Okay, so you can see I went around it just like that. Then we're going to yarn over and pull it through. Okay, so now we have 2 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Phew, alright, now we are going to half double crochet. Let's see here. We're first need to chain 2, so yarn over and pull through 1 and 2, and then half double crochet into the next 5 stitches. So the next, we're going to yarn over, go into this next stitch here, just into the stitch now, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. So that's 1. Next stitch is 2, next stitch 3, 4, and 5. Now around these next 2 stitches we have to put a back post single crochet, but first we need to chain 2, so 1 and 2, then go on this side of the single crochet, oops, You have to insert your hook right on this side from the back, around it to this side. Okay, then yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through 2. Okay, then on this side of this next stitch, go into this side of it, around to this chain 2 space, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Then we are going to put 2 single crochets into the chain 3 space below it, right down here. So kind of move this forward, okay, and then work into this chain 3 space back here, put 2 single crochets in there, 1 and 2. Then we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and we're going to go into the corner chain 2 space here and put a single crochet, chain 2, and a single crochet. Okay, and now we're just going to repeat what we did for this side, okay, this whole side, across this, let me see here, there we go, our chain spaces are here, for this side and each side around. So that was a little tricky, so I'll show you it again. We are going to chain 2, 1, 2, put 2 single crochets in the chain 3 space from round 5 behind the chain 2 space from round 6, so 1 and 2. Then we're going to put a back post single crochet around the next 2 stitches, 1 and 2, and then we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and half double crochet into the next 5 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then chain 2, 1, 2, put a back post single crochet around the next 2 stitches, 1 and 2, and then chain 2, or I'm just kidding, not chain 2. We're gonna put 2 single crochets in this chain space first. So put 2 single crochets in the chain 3 space from round 5, and then chain 2. Skip over these 2 double crochets and put your corner in the corner. So we're putting a single crochet, chain 2, and a single crochet in there. If you need to, just follow along with the written pattern or rewind and see what I did here, but I'll just meet you up at the end of this round and we'll go on to round 8 together. When you finish round 7, make sure to chain 2 and then slip stitch to the first single crochet of this round in this corner right here. Go in, yarn over, pull through, and through. Now going on to round 8, if you're not changing color, slip stitch into this chain 2 corner space and chain up 2 and go on to round 8 with me. But I'm going to chain 1 here and cut this yarn, pull it through and pull it tight. And if you're changing color, you can start with in any chain 2 corner space here. So I'm just going to start right here where we fastened off right there. I'm just going to go into this corner and then hook on my new yarn and pull that through. And then chain up 2, so yarn over, pull through, 1 and 2, and that counts as our first half double crochet of this round. Now we're going to put a half double crochet into that same corner, so yarn over, go in, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on your hook. Then we're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and then put 2 more half double crochets into that same corner space. 1 and 2, just like that. Now we're going to, let's see here, not chain anything. We're going to skip over this single crochet here and we're going to put 2 half double crochets into this chain space right here, this chain 2 space. So we're just going to skip over this single crochet and then we're going to put 2 half double crochets in this chain space here, just like that. Then we're going to half double crochet into the next 2 stitches. So if you need to, kind of check this out. So these 2 stitches that were in the chain 3 space from round 5, we're going to put a half double crochet in each one of those. Okay, then we're going to chain 1. We're going to skip these next 2 stitches, or these back post single crochets here, and we're going to put a single crochet into this chain 2 space right here. Just like that. Then we're going to single crochet into the next 5 stitches. So it might be hard to see this first one because it looks like it's part of this chain space, but it's actually not. It's actually a stitch. So go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. So that's 1, this is 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then we're going to single crochet into this chain space right here. Okay, then we are going to, let's see here, chain 1, skip over these 2 back post single crochets, and we're going to half double crochet into the next 2 stitches. So yarn over, go into the next 2 stitches. These stitches are worked into that chain 3 space from round 5, so you can see that. So half double crochet in each one of those 2 stitches. Then we're going to put 2 half double crochets into this chain space, 1 and 2. Then skip over this single crochet and make your corner in the corner. So that's 2 half double crochet, then chain 2 and 2 half double crochet. Okay, simple. So there we go. That was one side. So just repeat what we did on this side and this corner for each side and each corner around. So I'll show you one more time. We're going to skip over this single crochet and put 2 half double crochets into this next chain 2 space here. Then we're going to half double crochet into the next 2 stitches, which are the stitches that were worked into the chain 3 space from round 5. Then we're going to chain 1 and skip over these 2 back post single crochets. We're going to single crochet into this chain space here and in the next 5 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then we're going to single crochet in this chain space here. Then we're going to chain 1, skip over these 2 back post single crochets and put a half double crochet in the next 2 stitches. And we're putting 2 half double crochets in this chain space back here. And then we're going to skip over this single crochet and make our corner in the corner, which is 2 half double crochet, chain 2, and 2 half double crochet. So like I said, just repeat that all the way around, and then I will meet you up at the end of round 8. Okay, when you're finished with this round, just make sure to slip stitch to the beginning, chain up 2 right here, just insert your hook, and then yarn over and pull through and through. And then now I'm actually going to fasten off. My square is big enough, as big as I want it to be, but there are 16 rounds in the written pattern by Sadie, so make sure you check out that written pattern. Go on to making rounds 9 through 16 if you want to, but I'm going to fasten off here. If you're not changing color, or if you are going on to round 9, just slip stitch into this next stitch and into this corner space, and then start with round 9 in the written pattern. But I'm going to chain 1 here and cut my yarn and pull it all the way through, pulling it tight, and I'm going to grab my yarn needle and weave in all of my ends, and I'm going to be finished with my square today. But like I said, just make sure to check out that written pattern. Go on to making yours bigger if you need to or want to. This can turn out to be a 12-inch square, and I know a lot of you have been using the 12-inch squares as like centers for your big blankets if you're making a blanket, or you can make a 12-inch square, add a few rounds, and make a pillow cover even. I think this would be a fabulous pillow cover. So there it is. Number 254 Granny Square is complete. Thank you so much for watching and learning how to make this square with me today, and thank you to Sadie for designing this square. It may need to be blocked a little bit. It's a little twisted on my end here, but I'll just pin it down, spray some water on it, let it dry, and it will look so fabulous. So thanks again for watching, everyone. Make sure you're sharing your photos and hashtag 365 Days of Granny Squares on Instagram. Have a great rest of your day, and as always, happy hooking!